We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
The Crow Hunter badge. Badge of a hunter of hunters, who hunts those who have become addled with blood. The badge of the hunter of hunters is quietly passed down from generation to generation, usually to an outsider from the hinterlands. To be entrusted with this cursed badge, one must be strong, resilient to the seduction of blood, and gracious when taking a comrade's life. There's a rune we didn't read before. We need the air rune. The air sees sentimentality in the warmth of blood and acknowledges visceral attacks as one of the darker hunter techniques. More blood echoes gained from from visceral attacks. Perhaps the air is a hunter who bears the echoing will of those before him. So, the image that James Gunn showed on his Twitter feed, not the one that blew up his career, but the one that he was going, "Hey, look at Hall H on Friday," and then the next day his career blew up. So we don't know what it was. It looks suspiciously like the air rune right there, with the central line and cross-hatched lines like that. Alrighty. Let's look at the Crow Hunter badge stuff. I could get the Blades of Mercy, a special trick weapon passed down among the Hunters of Hunters. One of the oldest weapons of the workshop. Splits into two when activated. The weapon's warped blades are forged with siderite, a rare mineral of the heavens, most effective in swift attacks, such as after a quick stepping. Because it is, like you saw, they are short and they're quick. Three was 9,000, that's 3,000, it's not enough for anything. Short ritual true root chalice, interesting. Bone ash. So I guess her stuff shows up here. Yes. You know what, we're gonna do it. We'll burn this. For the traditional beak mask. Wood-carved mask of Eileen the Crow, Hunter of Hunters. The beak contains incense to mask scents of blood and beasts. Hunter of Hunters dresses crows to suggest sky burial. The first Hunter of Hunters came from a foreign land and gave the dead a virtuous native funeral ritual rather than impose a blasphemous Yarnum burial service upon them, with the hope that former compatriots might be returned to the skies and find rest in a hunter's dream. Which we hope that Eileen found her rest as well. I'm gonna have to change my whole outfit because coat doesn't look good with that. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it. Look. There we go. That's much better. Weirdly enough, we need to go back to Central Yarnum. This is what's left of Gilbert. Once the blood moon rises, his sickness becomes too much. And he bursts from the window. Seeing us, he intends to kill us. Claw mark. The claw mark is an impulse to seek the warmth of blood like a beast. It strengthens visual attacks, one of the darker hunter techniques. Although the difference is subtle, Runesmith Carroll inscribes the beast as a horrific and unwelcome instinct deep within the hearts of men, while claw mark is an alluring invitation to accept this very nature. But yeah, everywhere has changed. Everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but most places are now the pale blood sky. Give me anything? Okay, no. He's always sure to give me bullets. One more place to check. Still no response. Huh. I think her ending glitched out. Because there should be more happening. I'll look that up too. Bye, idiots. Nice and easy. Hi! They're not doing very well at chasing people. See, but this area, the enemy placement hasn't changed all too much. Yeah? You're bad at your job. Flap to. Oh, here it is. There. Bye, buddy. Shaman Bone Blade. Hey, that's a new item. You can only have one of these in your inventory. No, I think you'd only have two in your inventory at one time. A blade of bone coated with gruesome spinal fluid, used by old labyrinth watchers, in particular those presiding over rituals. When a victim is cut by this blade, the green spinal fluid temporarily numbs the senses, disturbing the target's gross motor skills. The blade, never intended for battle, must cut deep to be effective, and breaks. So, that weapon you can use to turn enemies on each other. They'll fight each other if you hit one with a shaman bone blade. It's a very useful strategy for a very specific part of the game. It's always good to remember where we came from. Yusefka's clinic. Oh, she closed it back up. We could have continued dealing and it would have been fine. That's funny. Because I opened that door last time. And usually doors stay open. And those guys stayed dead because they were characters. The bigoted old man and the wolf. Now it's time to fight Yusefka. Oh wait. Something seems to be wrong.
God, I'm nauseous. Have you felt this? It's progressing. I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I'm no beast. God, it feels awful, but it proves that I'm chosen. Don't you see how they writhe inside my head? It's rather rapturous. God, I'm nauseous.
Well.
God, I'm nauseous.
Not what I meant. Treat woman with care. I don't know. Thrust its... That's dirty. You should say that. Don't give up. No, I can get back there. No, I wanna. I gotta. I think we get something from her. Usually every character has an item on her. And she killed people, so... 1/3 of umbilical cord. Let's see. That one's the one that we already read, I think. I'll read both. A great relic known as the cord of the eye. Every infant great one has this precursor to the umbilical cord. Every great one loses its child and then yearns for a surrogate. The third umbilical cord precipitated the encounter with the pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream. Used to gain insight and, so they say, eyes on the inside. Although no one remembers what that truly entails. Notice, And so they say, eyes on the inside. So they say. It's not necessarily true. No one remembers what it truly entails. Pro's film sought the chord in order to elevate his being and thoughts to those of a great one by lining his brain with eyes, the only choice he knew if a man were ever to match their greatness. Intellectuals often speak in metaphors. You know, there's many metaphors, and that people have used over the ages, and I don't think that he really meant lining your mind with eyes, as Lawrence and others obviously believed. But we talked about this before. Instead of lining your mind with eyes, he was going to use insight. Insight, inner sight. He actually covered his physical eyes, if you remember, with a mask. This was, in many ways, a tool and also a symbol. A symbol that your physical eyes don't mean anything. If physical eyes don't mean anything, then why would you ever want to grow more?
Welcome. What is it? Good hunter. Your presence somehow soothes. I sense the ancient echoes. They course your veins. Good hunter. Farewell, good hunter.
So I think I've done everybody's storyline as far as they'll go. So we're actually going to go to the Nightmare Frontier. Before we go further forward, here we are in the Nightmare Frontier. We're actually going to complete this area this time, instead of just messing around. Hey, you! Fancy meeting you here. But since we might be a little over level for this area, things are going to be a lot easier. Except for maybe multiplayer. I actually hope that someone shows up, because that would be fun. So I'm not going to kill the bell ring woman. Basically, if we have one fight, then I'll kill the bell ring woman. But until then, I think I'll just let her ring her bell. See if anybody's listening. Oh, these guys are nuts. Yes, yes, yes. Sinister bell resonates with another. That's a guy coming in. Don't die now. Necromancer 164. I hope you watch this video sometime, because we're gonna fight. Alright, so he's probably a PvP build using the Burial Blade, so I'm going to make sure that I get all the stuff before we ever fight. Hey! I'm gonna bow. That's the nice way to do this. And she's using the Blades of Mercy. Ooh! So this is the coolest part. Oh! Oh man, yeah, she is far over level for me. Yep, look, there it is. I just could not get that Kirk hammer out because she just stupefied me with blows. Yeah. Well, good job, Necromancer. Good job. I suck at PvP. I did okay in DS3, but I'm not doing okay. I'm okay in Bloodborne. But my builds are usually PvE. Because that's what I'm really interested in these games, you know? Yeah. Switching to the Kirk hammer was the wrong move. And then I got stuck. I got stuck on some gravestones and I made some dumb decisions and it got me killed. Yeah, they can shoot lightning too, which is kind of nuts. I believe I remember where the bell ring woman is. I don't know if I'll fight her. I don't know if I'll get her. Because that was fine. I'd kind of like to hunt some more. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you want to keep him from doing that. Because it hurts like all... Whoa! Yeah, you stop him like that. Anyway. Okay. The Never Frontier is pretty crazy. And look at that. And that is a poison bog. No fun at all. Poison bogs show up in all of the Souls games that have ever been made, and they are no fun. Hey, look at you! You're not a player. You're just a hunter. You would have a name over your head. And you'd be way better if you were a player. Haha. I got you. That's nice that they put some hunters in here so that if you aren't, you know, if you don't have PS Plus or something, you can actually get the experience. Yuck! See, that's where I shine. When I get enough stamina to stupefy him with blows, that's where my characters usually shine. Well, there she is right there. So I could go get her. I probably will. Huh. Am I just not remembering how to get to that one item? Oh, yeah, there's no way I can get to it from here. Because it's right there. Which means I would have to go around and come back. Because I cannot get over there. Yes, yes, yes. We all hear you. We know that you're a big old bell-ringing lady. You're like, ooh, I'm so scary. Look at me. Look how scary I is. I'm like, eh. It's just multiplayer. Of course, there is that. That's no fun. No, come on now. Couldn't get a word in edgewise. I couldn't get around him. I couldn't. Ugh. But yeah, I don't build characters for PvP. Though I might. The character that I brought through the game before, I might build him for PvP in game, in a New Game Plus. That's an interesting idea. But he's still right at the beginning of New Game Plus 1, so he's not in any shape to be fighting anyone right now. I know, because I tried, and I got murdered. But I was fighting with a sword I hadn't fully upgraded and all kinds of dumb stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. Hi, you! Oh, you're a big boy, aren't you? Oh, well. You're done. I'm really glad that you can't hear it, but my dog has been barking upstairs for 45 minutes easy. I don't know what her problem is, but I wish she would solve it. Straight onward towards morning, and killing the bell-ringing woman. Hello. Oh, poor you. Beware of woman. The sinister bell has ceased. So this is a poison bog, as I've mentioned several times. It's not as fun. But it's kind of a required thing. I gotta run through this area. Yeah. And these guys are gross. Is that fast poison that they're giving me? Pretty sure it's fast poison. You guys are gross. Straight up Cthulhu beings. Well, you know, not Cthulhu per se, but, you know, Cthulhu mythos. Gross. Yeah, with the slow poison, I got it. Let's go get some crap. Thanks, Blighttown. Ugh. Of course, I should be thanking the Valley of Defilement, because that was the first one, but, you know, still. Every Souls game has one. They're just something that you have to deal with. But honestly, the worst bit is when you have enemies also damaging you. I gotta find this quick, and right there is perfect. Not always gonna hit him, but I am gonna hit him sometimes, and that's a that's one that I didn't get. Awesome. Oh well. A wandering nightmare. But yeah, while I'm running through here, not worth it to even cure myself. You just kind of deal with it. It is a stage hazard. At least they let you dodge normally. Some of the other ones did not allow you to do that, and it was annoying. Blighttown specifically, if you were in certain areas of it, you would have a really bad time of it, actually. Because, hey! Wandering Nightmares! Hey, you! Stop that! Give me a chunk or something, come on. Oh, twin bloodstone shot fire! Twins? Really? Twins. Wow, there's a wealth of resources down here. I don't think I've ever came to this part. But this area is so large that exploring it all is quite the task, and I just got a winter lantern, yeah!